Drove myself. But no, I almost didn't make it tonight. I lost my keys earlier this morning, and you will never believe where I found them at. Bing.com. Yeah, isn't it always weird how they always wind up in the place you never think to check? Because who checks Bing? A little about me. I've inadvertently seen Kid Rock in concert 2 different times. Most recently, I saw him open up for the Rolling Stones, which was a great show. However, Kid Rock was a little bizarre because like halfway through his set, he stopped and he's like, all right, guys, I'm going to bring out a special guest right now. And I got really excited because I thought it was going to be like Joe C's hologram or something. Not even close. He's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make a lot of noise for the guy that shot Bin Laden. And then the actual guy from SEAL Team 6, the one that pulled the trigger that killed Bin Laden, he walks out on stage and he's waving to everybody and everybody starts clapping. And I'm just thinking, this is pretty weird, right? But also, who else he got back there? Keep that energy going for the stingray that killed Steve Irwin. Why am I even clapping for that one? I like Steve Irwin. And how about a round of applause for the bathtub that Whitney Houston died in? We'll just wheel it out on stage. Honestly, the only way that show could have been more weird is if the guy would have walked out like holding Bin Laden's head by his hair and then like punted it into the crowd. And then people started like hitting it, you know, like it was a beach ball. Because, I mean, it was a concert, after all. Did you guys ever prank your friends when they stay the night with you, make them piss the bed by putting their hand in a blender? Just question. So I used to work at Toys R Us. Actually, I still have my, I wear my name tag under my shirt still. Yeah, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. It does say ass man. I was assistant manager. Also, apparently wearing this on the sales floor, grounds for termination. Which was not in the handbook they gave me. I'm going to take that off. But I did work at Toys R Us, and at Toys R Us there's a lot of crazy customers. Like one time this lady came up to me and she was like, sir, I need help finding the new holiday Barbie. And I was like, all right, just follow me, it's going to be in our Barbie aisle. But she stopped me and she was like, actually, I was just over there and the only thing on the shelf is the African American version. I'm looking for the Caucasian doll. So I asked her, I was like, lady, what makes you think that this Barbie's an American? Because I'm pretty sure she was born in China. Made in China, right? Another time this little kid came in, he was probably about 7 or 8 years old. He came in with his mom and dad, and he wanted to buy Grand Theft Auto 5, the video game. So I went to get it out of the case when his mom asked me, do these games have ratings? And I was honest with her. I was like, yeah, this one's rated mature, 17 years or older. I mean, it's got nudity, drug use, graphic violence. There's strip clubs in the game. And that's when the little kid cut me off. And he was like, Mom, I swear, if you get me Grand Theft Auto 5, I promise you, I will stay out of the strip clubs. She was just like, your father has said those exact same words to me. So you didn't get it. But before I started working at Babies R Us, before I was at Toys R Us, which is the truth. And one time a lady, she needed help in breast pumps, which was my department actually. So I went over to help her and she saw me coming, but she stopped me and she's like, no, I need to speak to a female about this. And I was like, lady, I may be the ass man, but I know quite a bit about titties as well. And when I was at Toys R Us, I was really into pranks. Another fun thing I would do is I would change the faces of the kids on the packages of the toys. So, for example, you'd have a Power Wheel. It's in the box, sitting on the shelf, and on the front is a little girl, and she's riding the Power Wheel, but she has the face of Charles Manson, just screaming like a maniac. I guess you'd have to see it. And after I got fired from Toys R Us, I got a job at a bank, and that didn't last too long at all. After they found a stack of $10 bills with Charles Manson's face on them. So winter is right around the corner. That's when all the stray animals freeze. Sad. So seriously though, do what they say. Have your pets spayed or neutered. And while you're at it, maybe your kids too. A lot of them are real bad. For example, my son, whenever he gets in trouble, I have the same punishment. Regardless of what he does, I make him smoke a carton of cigarettes. And forget to take out the trash, I hope you like menthol. Like, he may look 6 years old, but you couldn't tell that from his cough. But no, I just want to be a good parent. Like, for example, last semester my son came home with a D in math, which is unacceptable. Because, I want my son to succeed in school. So we buckled down and I started sleeping with his teacher. Just like Forrest Gump's mom. And guess what? It worked. Most recent report card, A+. Which just goes to show hard work does pay off. She was like 70 years old. It was hard work. For my birthday, my grandma got me a Kindle tablet, which was not what I asked for at all. I asked for a Ken doll. Barbies. And you guys know what they say about a grown man who plays with Barbie dolls, right? Big dick. For the last few weeks, my dad has been going on and on about how Mitt Romney started following him on Twitter. Just non-stop talking about it, how they were tweeting back and forth. So finally, I had enough of it, and I went on Twitter to investigate, and of course, it was not, the real Mitt Romney. And I had to break that news to my dad, and I told him, Dad, this isn't the real Mitt Romney. I mean, this guy's Twitter handle is @MittRomneyRules. With a Z at the end. And he's like, no, it's the real Mitt Romney. President Bush retweeted him a couple weeks ago. So I went on to look at President Bush's Twitter handle, @Dick Cheney's bitch. Which was, in fact, the real President Bush. But Mitt Romney, no, it wasn't real. I saw a weird commercial the other night. It was like, hey, did you help make nuclear bombs during the Cold War? Because if so, you're entitled to a free lapel pin. So I went on their website and it said expect 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. And I was thinking, oh no, you ship that next day or I will build another nuclear bomb and drop it on you. But I don't know, that's just the weirdest commercial I've ever seen. It's like, hey, did you help build a weapon that could destroy the world 10 times over? Because if so, here's a free commemorative coin. Look close, that's a picture of the Earth and it's on fire. That's the tail side. All right, before I get out of here, I'll just say this last thing. I don't have a son. Nope. Sometimes it's just fun to lie. You guys know what else is fun? Kings Island. You guys ever ride the Diamondback? That's my son's favorite ride. All right, I've been Alex Leeds. Thank you guys very much.